Okay, we should be ready to start knitting. You should have 50 stitches cast on your needle. You can count the loops, there should be 50 of them there, and this is going to determine the width of your dishcloth. So now to get started, you want to make sure that your active yarn, where the yarn tail is coming out of the ball, that's the yarn you're using, not the little tail. This little tail we're going to weave in at the end. So I'm going to take this active yarn, I'm going to show you how to make the knit stitch. You take your other knitting needle, and in this loop you're going to insert it from left to right and cross the needle behind. I'm going to take my active yarn, wrap it around the needle, pull that yarn through the needle, and then pull the stitch off. So those are the 4 steps for making each knit stitch. I just knit 1 stitch off my needle. So I'm going to insert from left to right, crossing behind. I'm going to wrap the active yarn around the needle. I'm going to pull that yarn through the loop that's already on my left-hand needle, and then I'm going to pull the stitch off. And this act of knitting basically will transfer all of the stitches from your left-hand needle to your right-hand needle. So right now we have 2 stitches transferred to the right-hand needle, and we have 48 stitches left to knit. So I'm going to insert from left to right, wrap the yarn around, pull the yarn through, and then pull the stitch off. And as we transfer from left to right, we're going to get to the end of the row when we only have a few stitches left. Most of the stitches will be on my right-hand needle, and then in the next video, we're going to show you how to knit the last couple of stitches and then turn your work around so that your stitches are again on the left-hand needle to transfer to your right-hand needle. So here I'm making a knit stitch, wrapping it around, pulling it through, pulling it off. And you'll also have to use your left hand a little bit to advance these stitches if they're a little snug on the needle. They just might not slide completely. And keep knitting this way across the row until you have 3 stitches left on your left hand needle. And then in the next video, we'll show you how to turn your work and work back the other way.